Welcome to the Expensive Coins History channel. Another detailed episode on rare and collectible coins. In this video, we are going to explore the story of the 1999 no-mint mark Oman 50 paisa coin, a small but historically meaningful piece that many collectors have begun to appreciate in recent years. Although it may appear as an ordinary coin, it carries with it a rich background tied to Oman's heritage, economy, and numismatic history. We will discuss its origin, design, historical context, rarity, and of course, its current market value in the year 2025. The Sultanate of Oman, located on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, has a long tradition of trade and maritime culture. Its currency, the Omani rial, is subdivided into 1,000 paisa. The 50 paisa coin, which we are discussing today, represents 1/20th of a rial. It was part of the standard circulating series during the late 1990s, a period that reflected both the modernization of Oman and its commitment to preserving its cultural identity. The 1999 50 paisa coin was issued during the reign of Sultan Qaboos bin Said, who ruled Oman from 1970 until 2020. His leadership marked a time of transformation for the nation, as he introduced reforms that built infrastructure, improved education, and opened Oman to the global economy. Every coin issued during his reign serves as a tribute to this era of development and pride. The coin bears the year 1999, which also corresponds to the Islamic year 1420. This dual dating is common in Omani coinage and symbolizes the blending of the Islamic and Gregorian systems, reflecting Oman's harmony between tradition and progress. The 50 paisa coin from 1999 is made from a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silver-gray color that resists tarnish and wear. It weighs roughly 6.5 grams and measures about 24 millimeters in diameter. The edge is reeded, which was a common feature intended to discourage counterfeiting. The obverse side of the coin features the official national emblem of Oman, two crossed swords with a traditional Omani dagger, known as a khanjar, at the center. This symbol represents national unity, courage, and Omani heritage. Above the emblem, the Arabic inscription reads, Qaboos bin Said Sultan of Oman, honoring the ruler under whom the coin was issued. On the reverse side, the design is simple and balanced. The denomination is displayed prominently in Arabic numerals, showing the number 50 with the word paisa written below it. The two dates, 1420 and 1999, appear clearly, representing both the Islamic and Gregorian calendars. The design's simplicity is one of the reasons it is admired by collectors today. Elegant, practical, and unmistakably Omani. An important characteristic of this coin is that it carries no visible mint mark. This has led many collectors to refer to it as the no mint mark issue. Although Oman did not have its own minting facility at that time, most of its coinage was produced by reputable international mints. The absence of a mint mark does not necessarily make it an error coin, but it does make the 1999 issue distinctive in its appearance and identity. When the coin was first introduced, it was used widely across Oman for everyday transactions. It circulated actively, purchasing small goods and services, and was a common sight in markets and shops. Over the years, as inflation slightly diminished the purchasing power of lower denominations, the 50 paisa coin gradually saw less use. Many coins were either worn out through circulation or withdrawn, making high-quality examples harder to find today. From a collector's perspective, the rarity of this coin lies not in its production numbers but in the condition in which it is found. The vast majority of these coins show signs of wear, scratches, or fading due to years of circulation. Finding a coin from 1999 in extremely fine or uncirculated condition is relatively uncommon. Collectors are willing to pay more for coins that retain their original shine, sharp details, and minimal handling marks. While the coin is not considered extremely rare in the global sense, it holds sentimental and cultural value. Its scarcity and high grade, combined with its historical connection to Sultan Qaboos's reign, makes it an attractive addition to any collection of Middle Eastern or world coins. The fact that Oman's coinage system is smaller and less widely distributed than those of larger nations adds an element of exclusivity for dedicated numismatists. When it comes to market value, this coin typically commands a modest price. In circulated condition, its value usually ranges between half a dollar and $2, depending on appearance and wear. Coins in very fine or extremely fine condition may fetch around $5, while uncirculated or near-mint examples can sometimes reach $10 or slightly more among specialized collectors. The exact price depends heavily on the collector's location and demand at the time of sale. In regions where Omani coins are less accessible, such as South Asia or Europe, prices may trend slightly higher. In 2025, the global coin market continues to be shaped by online auctions and collector networks. The demand for Gulf region coins remains steady, especially for those featuring Sultan Qaboos, as they represent a complete historical era. The 1999 50 paisa coin remains a common entry point for new collectors interested in the numismatic history of Oman. Its affordability and beauty make it appealing for beginners, while higher-grade examples draw interest from experienced collectors seeking completeness in their series. Although many online listings claim that this coin is extremely rare or worth a fortune, such claims are often exaggerated. The true value of this coin lies in its symbolic and collectible nature rather than monetary worth. It is not made of precious metal and does not contain any minting error that would drastically increase its price. However, it is a genuine historical artifact that preserves a snapshot of Oman's culture at the turn of the century. Several factors influence its price in today's market. Condition is the most important one. Collectors always pay a premium for coins in pristine state. The second factor is availability. Fewer surviving examples in uncirculated grade make those coins more desirable. The third factor is collector demand, which often rises when more people begin focusing on Middle Eastern coins as part of global collections. Lastly, presentation can also affect the price. Coins stored in protective capsules or certified by grading companies tend to be valued higher because they are guaranteed authentic and preserved. For those who own a 1999 Oman 50 paisa coin, taking care of it properly can help maintain or even increase its value. Coins should never be cleaned with chemicals or polished, as this damages the surface and reduces their worth. The best way to handle them is by the edges, preferably with soft gloves, and to store them in dry, airtight holders. Avoid exposure to moisture, humidity, or direct sunlight. If the coin is exceptionally well preserved, professional grading might be a worthwhile step, as graded coins are easier to sell and often fetch better prices. While its current market value is modest, the coin's long-term potential should not be overlooked. As smaller denominations gradually disappear from circulation and as Omani coinage transitions to newer designs, coins like the 1999 50 paisa will gain historical importance. Over the next decade, well-preserved specimens could appreciate gradually, especially within specialized regional markets. Beyond price and rarity, the 1999 Oman 50 paisa coin tells a broader story. It represents the modernization of a nation deeply rooted in tradition. It embodies the pride of an era when Oman's identity was flourishing under visionary leadership. Every mark on its surface, every sign of wear, reflects countless exchanges and the hands of people who once used it in their daily lives. The 1999 no-mint mark Oman 50 paisa coin is a small yet meaningful piece of modern numismatic history. It is not a treasure in the monetary sense, but a symbol of culture and progress. In 2025, its average worth ranges from a few dollars in circulated form to perhaps 10 or slightly more for pristine pieces. For collectors, it remains a coin of beauty, simplicity, and pride, one that connects the present with Oman's remarkable journey through history. The 1999 no-mint mark 10 paisa coin. At first glance, it might seem like a simple coin with little value, but when we look closer, we discover a story of national pride, craftsmanship, and quiet rarity that continues to intrigue collectors around the world even today. The 1999 10 paisa coin represents a chapter of Omani history during the reign of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, a time when the nation was undergoing rapid modernization while preserving its deep cultural roots. During the late 1990s, Oman's economy was strong, and the government took great care to produce coins that reflected the country's identity and strength. The 10 paisa denomination, equal to 1/100th of an Omani rial, was a small but essential coin in daily commerce. People used it every day in local shops, markets, and transportation, yet few realize that these humble coins would later catch the attention of coin collectors across the globe. The design of the 10 paisa coin is a perfect representation of Omani symbolism and simplicity. On one side, it features the national emblem of Oman, two crossed swords with a khanjar, the traditional curved dagger, placed at the center. This emblem stands for courage, honor, and heritage, representing the spirit of the Omani people. Around the emblem, the coin displays inscriptions in Arabic, stating Sultanate of Oman, along with the dual dates in both the Islamic Hijri calendar and the Gregorian year 1999. The reverse side carries the denomination, written beautifully in Arabic numerals and script, surrounded by a decorative ring that gives the coin its balanced and elegant appearance. Made primarily from copper-clad steel, the coin has a warm reddish tone that can vary from a bright copper shine in uncirculated condition to a darker brown in well-used examples. It weighs just over 4 grams and measures around 22 millimeters in diameter. Its small size and smooth circular form made it ideal for daily use, and its metallic composition offered durability while keeping production costs low. Over the years, countless examples circulated through the hands of millions of people, making it a familiar sight in Omani life at the turn of the millennium. One of the features that make this coin especially interesting to collectors is the fact that it has no visible mint mark. Normally, mint marks identify where a coin was produced, whether domestically or by an international minting facility. But on this particular coin, that detail is absent. The lack of a mint mark has inspired discussion among collectors, with some speculating about its origin and production process. While the absence of a mint mark was typical for Omani coins of that period, it has still added an element of intrigue to the 1999 issue. Some collectors even refer to it as the no mint mark mystery coin, though it is not an error, simply a stylistic and traditional choice in the country's coinage. When it comes to rarity, the 1999 10 paisa coin occupies an interesting place in the numismatic world. It is not an extremely rare coin in terms of total mintage, but finding one in high-grade, uncirculated condition is much more difficult than most people realize. The majority of these coins were heavily circulated, showing significant signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration. Over the decades, many have been lost, damaged, or simply discarded as modern coins replaced older ones. As a result, uncirculated examples with full detail and bright luster are quite scarce and tend to attract the attention of serious collectors of Middle Eastern coinage. Despite its scarcity in top condition, the 1999 no mint mark Oman 10 paisa coin is not a high-value coin in monetary terms. In average circulated condition, its value is usually modest, ranging from a fraction of a dollar to around $1. However, uncirculated specimens, especially those showing no wear and maintaining their original copper sheen, can sell for slightly higher amounts, depending on collector demand and presentation quality. While it may not make you rich, its real worth lies in its historical connection and cultural importance. For collectors who focus on Omani coins or modern Middle Eastern currency, it represents an important piece of national heritage. The value of a coin like this depends on several factors. The first and most critical is condition. A coin that has been well preserved, showing no signs of handling, will always be worth more than one that has been used for years. The second factor is rarity within condition. There may be thousands of these coins in circulation-worn states, but only a few in pristine form. The third factor is demand. Interest in Omani coins has been rising gradually as more collectors from around the world look to diversify their collections beyond traditional regions such as Europe and North America. Lastly, the passage of time itself plays a role. As each year passes, fewer of these coins remain in collectible condition, making surviving examples slightly more desirable. For those who own this coin, proper care is essential to preserve its value. Always handle the coin by its edges to avoid leaving fingerprints or oil on its surface. Store it in a clear protective case or coin flip to prevent scratches and exposure to air, which can cause corrosion. Keep it in a dry, cool place away from direct sunlight. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition, you may even consider having it professionally graded, which can help verify its quality and enhance its long-term value. However, one important rule of coin collecting always applies: never clean a coin using polish or chemicals. Cleaning removes the natural surface and can permanently reduce its collectible worth, beyond monetary value. The 1999 no-mint mark Oman 10 Paisa coin carries cultural and sentimental significance. It represents a period when Oman was confidently stepping into the modern world while honoring its deep-rooted traditions. Each coin serves as a small piece of the country's history, reflecting the artistry, technology, and national identity of its time. For local collectors, it brings back memories of everyday transactions and the steady rhythm of Omani life in the late 20th century. For international collectors, it offers a glimpse into the lesser-known yet captivating realm of Middle Eastern numismatics. Although this coin is not rare in the same sense as ancient gold coins or limited commemoratives, it reminds us that every coin tells a story. The 1999 10 Paisa is a story of a nation's pride stamped into metal, a symbol of value, and a bridge between the old and the new. It holds its own quiet dignity, not because of how much it is worth, but because of what it represents. As of 2025, its market value remains modest, but its numismatic interest continues to grow steadily. Collectors who appreciate cultural and historical significance find this coin appealing as part of a complete Omani set. And as more years pass and surviving coins diminish, it may gradually become a more sought-after item within specialized collections. So, if you come across a 1999 no-mint mark Oman 10 Paisa coin in your collection, take a moment to appreciate it. Observe the fine details, the crossed swords, the traditional khanjar, the Arabic inscriptions, and the gentle wear that speaks of the many hands it has passed through. It's more than a small piece of metal, it's a quiet witness to a nation's story. The 1999 no-mint mark 5 Paisa coin. This small, copper-colored coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds a fascinating story tied to Oman's history, its currency system, and its growing place in the world of coin collecting. In this video, we will explore the complete background of this coin, the reason for its unique design, why it has no mint mark, how rare it actually is, and most importantly, how much it is worth today in 2025. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this full professional breakdown. The Sultanate of Oman, located on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, has a rich numismatic history that mirrors its cultural and economic transformation. Oman's currency, the Omani rial, is subdivided into 1,000 paisa. The 5 paisa coin represents one of the smallest denominations in this system and was primarily meant for everyday transactions like small food purchases, tea, and transportation fares. By the late 1990s, the country had already established a strong and modern monetary system under the rule of Sultan Qaboos bin Said, who had transformed Oman from an isolated state into a modern nation with developing infrastructure and international trade. Coins issued during his reign are known for their simple yet elegant designs and their national symbolism. The 5 paisa coin of 1999 is part of that long-standing series of Omani coins that reflected both national identity and practical usability. The coin was struck in copper-clad steel, giving it a reddish-brown tone that resembles bronze. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and has a smooth, plain edge. On the obverse side, the coin bears the national emblem of Oman, consisting of 2 crossed swords with a traditional dagger known as the khanjar at the center. This emblem is a powerful national symbol representing honor, pride, and Omani heritage. Around it, Arabic inscriptions declare, Sultanate of Oman, and, Qaboos bin Said, Sultan of Oman. On the reverse side, the denomination, 5 paisa, is written in Arabic numerals and script, along with the dates 1999 and 1420, corresponding to the Gregorian and Islamic calendars. This dual dating tradition has long been a feature of Omani coins, reflecting the nation's Islamic identity and its integration with global standards. One of the most interesting characteristics of this coin is that it carries no mint mark. Most coins from around the world include a small symbol or letter identifying where the coin was minted. The absence of such a mark on the 1999 5 paisa has led many collectors to call it the no mint mark issue. However, this does not necessarily make it an error coin. Rather, it was produced without a mint mark by design, possibly under contract with a foreign mint, as Oman often had its coins struck overseas. The no mint mark detail simply adds curiosity and a bit of distinction to the 1999 edition, especially for those studying the variations among Omani circulation coins. As for its mintage, official figures were never publicly released. That leaves collectors uncertain about exactly how many were produced, but judging by its presence in circulation, it was likely minted in substantial quantities for regular use. Still, since these coins were of very low face value, they experienced heavy daily circulation. Over time, most of them became worn, scratched, or corroded, and few examples survived in excellent condition. Today, finding a fully uncirculated 1999 5 paisa coin with its original mint shine and clear details is uncommon. That's one of the reasons collectors describe this issue as scarce rather than extremely rare. It's not impossible to find, but high-grade examples are much less common. When it comes to the coin's value, several important factors determine how much it is worth. The first and most critical factor is condition. A coin that has been circulated, showing dull surfaces, scratches, or rim wear, will only be worth a small amount, usually between $1 and $3. Coins in better preservation, such as those graded extremely fine or about uncirculated, may reach up to $5. The highest value is achieved by uncirculated or mint state specimens, which can fetch between $5 and $10 depending on presentation and buyer interest. Coins graded by professional services like NGC or PCGS may sell for slightly more due to verified authenticity and grading standards. In local terms, if converted into Pakistani rupees, the coin's worth generally ranges from about 300 to 3,000 rupees, depending on its condition and whether it has been professionally graded or not. Now, it is important to understand that many people online often exaggerate the value of coins like this, calling them extremely rare or claiming they are worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. In reality, this coin's numismatic worth remains modest. Its value comes from its historical significance, clean design, and scarcity in high-grade form, not from precious metal content or extreme rarity. It is composed of copper-clad steel, which means it has little to no intrinsic metal value. Its collectible worth lies primarily in condition and collector demand. The demand for Omani coins has gradually increased in recent years as more collectors from around the world have developed an interest in Middle Eastern and Islamic world coinage. Coins from Oman, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and other Gulf states attract collectors who value the cultural and aesthetic simplicity of these designs. For that reason, even a small denomination like the 5 paisa holds a place in world coin collections. As time goes on and fewer uncirculated examples remain, the coin's value could rise slightly. However, it is not expected to become an extremely high-value piece in the foreseeable future. Collectors who own the 1999 no mint mark 5 paisa coin should take steps to preserve it properly. Never clean or polish the coin, as this damages its surface and drastically reduces its value. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges and store it in a coin capsule or plastic flip to prevent oxidation. Keep it away from moisture and direct sunlight, as copper-clad steel can corrode if not properly stored. If your coin appears to be in mint condition, consider having it graded by a recognized grading service, as this helps establish authenticity and can slightly increase resale value. If you are a buyer or collector looking for this coin, always be cautious of overpricing. Many sellers online label it as a rare treasure, but a realistic collector value is modest. Focus instead on finding a clean, well-preserved coin rather than chasing exaggerated claims. Pay attention to the small details. Sharp lettering, smooth edges, no corrosion, and even color are signs of quality. Looking toward the future, the 1999 Oman 5 paisa coin may experience a slow and steady increase in value. As more collectors focus on Middle Eastern currency and as the number of surviving uncirculated pieces declines, its desirability will gradually improve. In particular, coins from the reign of Sultan Qaboos are likely to gain sentimental and historical importance due to his long and transformative rule over Oman. Coins bearing his name serve as historical artifacts of a peaceful and prosperous period in the nation's history. In the broader sense, this coin reminds us that every piece of currency tells a story. The 5 paisa coin is a small yet significant part of Oman's modern identity. It connects a time of national progress, the modernization of its monetary system, and the careful balance between tradition and modernity. Though it may not be worth a fortune, it holds value for anyone who appreciates history, art, and the beauty of world coinage. So to sum it all up, the 1999 no-mint mark Oman 5 Paisa coin is a small denomination circulation piece made of copper-clad steel, showing the national emblem of Oman and dual dates. It has no mint mark, which makes it unique within its series. While it is not extremely rare, it is considered scarce in high-quality condition. In 2025, its typical value ranges between $1 and $10 depending on grade. It carries historical and cultural value more than monetary worth and is an excellent collectible for anyone interested in Omani or Middle Eastern coins. Thank you so much for watching this detailed video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1999 Oman 5 Paisa coin, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more numismatic and currency content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you own this coin? What condition is yours in? I'd love to hear about your experiences. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep appreciating the fascinating stories that every coin holds.